Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Fog. We have had a rearrangement of our dates of gathering, so it's been a little bit, but that's okay. So, did anyone remember where we were at?
So we've just been going through the town and questioning people about the various problems that they've got between
Yes.
the forest spirit and her ladyship, the little shit.
Yes, you had an extended conversation with the blacksmith, I believe.
Yes, I bought nails.
Mm.
I got real mad at a teenager.
Yes, you did.
And I talked to a tree.
You did that too. All right, cool. So I believe where we left off, Audacity, Hortense, and Julian were going around and chatting to the various people, and Gil was sitting in a tree. When left, the group said, "Come get me before you do the next thing." So I suppose you're at that stage.
Yes, I think I was planning on marching back to the Lord's palace and causing a scene. So I think we go past the tree and collect Giel and then make our way towards the palace.
Okay, fantastic. Is Gil, hiding, or in plain view of the rest of the party?
No, in plain view of the rest of the party. I am in the tree, but I'm assuming it's not too difficult to see.
Okay, fantastic. I have to remember that Omen is also here. You also have an NPC. Okay. So having collected the fish, we are now heading up to the Lord's Manor. And just as before, there are some guards out the front. And they do recognize you from the last time that you were here. And they sort of perk up a little bit as the party approaches.
Audacity will walk up to them and get the voice. Just say, I'm going to just.
Got to get your character voice on.
I did technically threaten this child, so it's possible our second welcome is slightly less cordial. But in my defense, I hate her.
Yeah, actually, on that note, I wanted to clarify. When you say perk up, do you mean stand to attention, or do they look happy to see us?
Well, it's neither really. They're still neutral, but it's there's someone coming, and I recognize them, kind of perking up.
Fair.
Hello there, gentlemen. I'd like to have a conversation with Lord Kipley and her ladyship, if that's all right.
Oh, yes. I'm sure they'd be delighted to see you again. Please wait here. I will just quickly see if they were available, and one of the guards will scurry on into the house and.
I'm gonna duck around like a corner, so when they come out, they don't immediately see me because I feel like I didn't make a fantastic impression on the girl, and I don't want to negatively impact any future conversations right now.
Yale's gonna look around between everybody and we're gonna start an argument, aren't we?
I mean probably.
While they're waiting for the guard to get back, Audacity puts her hand over where you'd assume a necklace would be, and just closes her eyes for a sec, and then taps fists together, doesn't say anything about it.
The guards are only gone for a few moments, but Oh, yeah, James, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, Julian winks at the remaining guard.
Okay. Is this a wink of understanding or a flirtatious one?
No, sorry, it was not meant to be of even a vaguely sexual nature, sorry. It's a personal desire of mine coming through my character. I've always wanted to wink at an authority figure for no particular reason, just to see what happens.
Look, we're all making our dreams come true through roleplay tonight.
So you're multi-classing, yeah?
Yeah.
You're a bard now?
Wonderful. Okay, so there is a few minutes where you are able to do whatever it is that you choose to do in this time. And the guard returns, and he looks at the group, frowns a little bit because there's one less than there was before. I'm actually just gonna roll him a perception check to see whether or not he can.
I'm not like I don't want to look like I'm hiding. It looks like I'm like, oh, I've just stepped around the corner for a second to look at something.
Yeah, but he rolled a 9 on his perception, so he's like,
Noticed shit.
yeah, shit all. Okay, so he does a little bit of a frown, but then looks back at the rest of the group that is still apparently there and says, the Lord will see you. We've called for his daughter to join you, but she's not in attendance just yet. But she's on her way, I assure you of that. Please follow me. And he turns to lead you inside.
To see her first. I think I might be able to plead my case to have her present for the discussion that we'd like to have.
Oh well, she's on her way. She's just doesn't spend her days in the Lord's office. That's all.
Oh, lovely then.
And you are led back through the manor house through very familiar corridors to the Lord's office. And it's... How long has it been since you guys have been in here? A couple of hours. So, unsurprisingly, it looks very similar to the last time you were here. And Lord Kipley is sitting behind the desk, and he looks up and says, I was not expecting to see you all back so soon. How can I be of service?
Well, Lord Kipley, we've been making our way around your lovely little town here, and I think I've got a solution to at least one of the problems that you've got going on. You know,
That's very encouraging.
That we're looks like we're dealing with here, but I think we can help you with at least one of them. I'm hoping to have your interesting daughter here for the discussion.
Oh yes, the guard did say that you were all interested in talking to me and to her. We've asked her to come, but teenagers do tend to take some time getting out of their rooms, etc. She always likes to look perfect, and he does this little hand motion with his fingers, just like...
I mean, that's understandable. I think in all of this, I don't think we've ever actually gotten her name. We've just been hearing of her as her ladyship.
Oh yes, her name is not said with any kindness around town, unfortunately.
What? Well, surprise.
Yes, her name is Marie.
Thank you very much, sir.
But hopefully she shouldn't take too long. Is there anything we could discuss in the meantime?
Well, actually, one thing I am interested in, just from hearing the various talks around the town, is what sort of succession plan have you got going on for, your own position?
Well, strictly speaking, Marie will take over from me when I retire. If she predeceases me, in what horrible circumstances that would be, then I would take an heir. Adopt one.
Well, that's fascinating. It's I think it's the first option that I'm most interested in discussing with you, to be quite honest. Which I think may sound a little bit dramatic.
There is a pause as he's leaning back from you. So I'm going to have to ask you to clarify that.
Well, I'm not wishing any harm on you or yours. It's just some concerns that have been raised about what that sort of situation might be in the eventuality.
I see. And it's about then that the doors to the office are flung open, and there is her ladyship, Marie, standing there, and she's done herself up she's in a different outfit to when you all saw her a few hours ago.
Of course she is.
But, it's just as fancy with all the makeup and everything, coordinating, blah, blah, blah.
I give her a formal and slightly more appropriate to the stage of a theatre than a court sort of bow as she enters. Your ladyship, it is lovely to have you here. I think we could do with your assistance with the matter that we're trying to work out here.
Oh, it's all of you again. I thought
It
your
is.
business was concluded.
Oh, no, that was us beginning our business.
Oh, I see. Well, all right, if you insist. She's
So,
going
Lord
to
Kipling,
stand next to her father's desk.
lovely. So, Lord Kipling, so the plan is that your lovely daughter Marie here is going to be the one to take over the town in some eventuality. Is that
Correct.
that's as you were saying?
Yes.
I'm going to ask, what have you done to prepare the lass for this? The discussions I've been having with her, hearing of her and with some of the people around the town, it's I don't think you've been doing enough to prepare the young lass.
Oh, well, if there is concerns, we can increase the intensity of her lessons. She does finance, politics, maths, history, many lessons. She spends a lot of time studying. Or at least she should be. And he just sort of gives her a bit of a side look. It's like, are you doing your homework kind of look?
There's a distinct lack of ethics in that list of classes.
Now, when you say politics is part of her training, is that just with your other human rulers that you're teaching her to be dealing?
Well, I'm afraid I don't understand the point of your question.
Can I be extremely blunt as Hortense?
Yes, of course.
That's your character.
As far as we can tell, nobody in the town likes her, and the general consensus is that in the eventuality when she comes to power, they will all move.
Marie kind of puts her hand on her chest and does her like an insulted eye roll as well, as if they all could. Whereas Lord Kipley is just sort of slowly wilting a bit and he just sort of puts his head in his hands.
I mean, you'll have a town with no populace, no industry, no law, no education. Basically, all of the things that make a town. You will be a lady of nothing.
Yes, your ladyship, you do seem to think that they have no skills and you're just born with them. They're the ones who can make your fancy palace that you don't deserve. They're the ones who can build themselves some new houses somewhere else. It's, as I said, I've been seeing two problems with your town, and I think the people being turned to wood is only the side effect of the main problem.
A symptom of a larger disease, some may say.
Oh, so you are coming in here to blame me for all of that nonsense, just like everyone else.
Well, maybe it's because you're to blame.
Yeah, the thing about being the one who causes a problem is that people will tell you that you're the one who caused the problem.
I didn't go ahead and curse anybody. All right, so that doesn't make it my fault.
Well, what if you were to attempt to, solve that issue then, and then it would no longer be, you would no longer be the problem. You would be the person that solved the problem.
I don't have any magic. I can't break curses.
Have you not been studying politics? Turn to Lord Kipley. Lord Kipley, have you, in this young lady's education, have you yet to cover the concept of a feckin' apology?
Unfortunately, we covered things like that when she was about 3. She's
Never
forgotten.
since. I bow again to her ladyship. It's like, your ladyship, I'd actually like to make it clear that I don't actually blame you for the situation that we're finding ourselves in with the curse and all that.
Oh.
I
She
mean-
smiles.
I do blame you, but I don't think it's your fault. Because you're, what, you look about 13, 14? I'm saying?
I'm 15.
Well, that's not much different, but I'll take the correction. So you're 15, and you're being put in situations where you have no feckin' idea what you're doing. And the person who should have a feckin' idea what he's feckin' doing is doing feckin' nothing. So look, hit play. I'm gonna hold you responsible for all of the bullshit that this one's causing.
He's put his elbows on his desktop and folded his hands and put his chin on them, and he looks very thoughtful, maybe gone a little pale, and you're all welcome to roll insight on him if you would like.
I'm gonna do that.
I mean, to be fair, she's a nightmare, but she's also a minor. He is responsible for her, and he could just say, "No, you're not getting a new." This is Carolina speaking, by the way. He could just say, "No, you're not getting a new thing."
Speaking as Lee is very glad that this is the turn that this conversation has taken, because Lee was unsure how to make Giel step in and be like, by the way, let's not target the minor for all of this bullshit. Clearly there's other things going on.
I got a 16. I mean, yes, generally I would agree with that, but Shannon has also made a very unpleasant child that I forgot how old she exactly was.
Oh dear. Okay. We have a nat 1, a nat 20,
And
16.
an invalid roll.
Oh, it's not invalid. It just didn't do the -1. That's
Oh,
all.
right.
Okay, so yeah, nat 1, nat 20, 16, and a 7. Cool. Alright, so Audacity and Giel, for various different reasons, you're not really getting much of a read on this guy.
I'm mid-rant.
You're mid-rant, and as far as Giel's concerned, these are people. How do people? Gosh.
Yeah, Giel is really not used to situations like this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I need to point out, I am but a pillow.
You are but a pillow. You would have cats. Where's my...
I mean, also, theoretically, like, Gil doesn't want to be here as well, so they're not necessarily paying
What do you mean?
attention.
What do you mean, theoretically?
Well, I don't want to speak for your character and what situations are comfortable in, but this doesn't feel like your jive.
This doesn't feel like a Giel situation, no.
Yeah.
This is a situation.
Yes. Okay, so let's see. Hortense, you got the 16. So Lord Kiplay does seem to appreciate and understand the position that you have just put forward, that he is responsible for everything that Marie does. And that includes pushing for all the lumber that caused the curse. There's no denial of that fact in his expression that you can get. Julian, the nat 20. You can get all of that, but also there's something else, something that he keeps kind of glancing at Marie, and it's not in a "how have I let you get like this." It's the expression of a man who understands that he is at fault, but doesn't know what to do about it. And there's something else in the background there that he's thinking about that's sort of maybe sideways to the entire situation, but relevant somehow.
Okay, I have a proposal, but I do have an idea here, but I would rather not. This is me speaking as James, by the way. I would rather not just blurt it out without the approval of the rest of the party.
What a radical idea.
I mean, I've just been storming off.
Yeah, I know. All right, well, I'll just go ahead and do it then.
Just go ahead and do it.
Do it.
Okay, so here's the thing. What if you tell us absolutely everything? I swear it won't go beyond us, and we can fix your shit. You can, phrase it in such a way that your lovely daughter was an extraordinary help, and it was even in her idea to do so. in order to save grace with the community. And in return, you just tell us everything that we need in order to solve this problem.
Roll a persuasion.
I think that's just... Let me double check. No!
Oh dear.
See, I think that was a really good...
It was really good. I'm going to give you advantage. I want you to succeed on this one because that was very well worded. That's worse!
No, never mind. Never mind.
Oh
Can
dear.
I retroactively help and be like, yeah,
I think you can get double advantage.
your entire town.
You can't get double advantage, but Hortense can roll a persuasion as well.
Okay, I'm just gonna try rolling a How persuasive is Hortense? -1. Okay, cool.
Good.
That
Great.
tracks.
Good. So, I mean, if I roll badly, the justification is that I've already actively threatened this child. So. $14?
14's not bad. You can see that he's listened to Julian, and then he looks over at Hortense, and I'm given as how deeply you dislike Marie, I am picturing there to be a certain measure of passion in the way that you speak when you're telling him about how his entire town detests this child. And he looks over at her where she's standing next to his desk, and he takes a moment, and then he looks back at her and says, "Marie, darling, I need you to wait in the corridor for a moment." And I'm not going to actually voice the dialogue, but there is a small amount of kind of embarrassing banter between an indignant teenager and a father who is desperately trying to be an authority figure and finding it very, very difficult. But eventually, she stomps out of the room and the door shuts. And then he just folds his hands on the tabletop. I, as you can probably appreciate, am a very busy man. And as a result, a very poor father. And when Marie's mother passed away, my instinct was to dote on her. Too much, I suppose. She wants for nothing, and feels as though she deserves everything. But that is my fault, and my doing. And while I appreciate the offer, I feel as though it's not something that warriors such as yourselves can fix.
Well, I'm going to say that at least the situation with the forest spirit that's been cursing people into trees we might be able to assist with. I've got an idea there, but it's going to be a little bit dramatic. Oh, and you do realize that young miss will be listening at the keyhole.
Wow. Possibly.
And then at just straight conversational tone, not raising her voice at all, your ladyship Marie, would you be able to join us in here again?
There is a bit of a flustered rustling noise from behind the door. And Lord Kibble just sort of puts his head in his hands. I can't trust her. Even a little bit.
Oh, sure you can. It's just, I think you've also forgotten what it's like to be a teenager.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I mean, look, I mean, she may not be the best person in the world, but that's pretty teenager, honestly. Like, I was doing the exact same thing at her age. Like, it's to be expected.
Only reason I wasn't doing it at her age is we didn't have many doors with keyholes in them.
There you go.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like commanding a palace and unintentionally
Cursing a town.
cursing a town. I absolutely did not do that as a teenager. I mostly just sulked and read a lot of fan fiction.
I'd like you to confirm or deny.
If you sulked and read fan fiction.
Lord Gipley. So from what I understand, the situation, I mean, other than the large situation of the governance with your town that we've already discussed, the situation that we're actually trying to resolve here is that there's a forest spirit that you've angered by making some folks cut down too many of the trees. That's the situation, yes?
It does appear to be so, yes.
Do you plan on taking any more trees from that forest?
No. And it's at that moment that he says no that she kicks the door open and stomps back in. What do you mean, no? I need those trees cut down for my palace. And he just sort of looks at her.
Young miss, as we've been establishing that your establishment in the running of a town, your education in the running of a town is a bit lacking. I think we can make this into a lovely lesson for you. So, let me put it from this forest spirit's perspective for you. They've got their lovely home. They're the one who protects it. They're essentially in the same position as your father here. Now, if somebody was coming into this town and killing all of your people and taking them away, how would you be expecting your father to be responding to that? How would you be responding to that if you were the one in charge?
We've got guards. They wouldn't be allowed to come in and take people away.
So you'd be killing people for doing this?
Goodness no, we'd be throwing them in jail.
Okay.
But there would be consequences, though.
Say we're throwing them in jail. Turns out that this forest spirit's idea of jail is turning them into a tree.
I would say that's kind of a jail.
If it's reversible, then it's a jail. If it's not reversible, then it's an execution. Either way, looks like there's some justice going on. And you've been studying your diplomacy. So, you've been causing some attacks on a neighboring community. Happens to be that the community is a forest, but turns out this is a community that you're having to deal with as a neighbor. So the way forward in this is that we establish some new rules on what's going to be happening.
Like what?
Like not taking any more of these trees. This is not the only forest that has trees in it. I think most forests have trees. And I think we also need to establish that you don't need a fucking second palace here.
I'm old enough to have my own home.
Okay, your own home, yes. Not a palace.
What, so you're suggesting that I should live in a commoner's house?
Well, it wouldn't be a commoner's house, it'd be your house, but what exactly are you going to do with all of those rooms? Giant, fancy place that... I mean, your father here, he has rooms for doing various bits of the work in, but since you don't have any of the work, you wouldn't be needing those rooms.
And she just sort of... Poppy, get off the desk. Meow. Sit on the chair. There you go. Good cat. Clumsy little shitbag. Thank you. You've made me lose my train of thought. No,
I was breaking her about the palace.
Right, yes. Every nobility needs a lovely big house. That's just how it works. You need to have status.
Have you
And
been
show your status.
seen any other nobility? Because the thing about nobility is they'll have one big place, the family.
No, we need to have places for balls and for guests to stay. And the more she talks, you can just sort of see Lord Kipley's headache getting bigger.
I'm going to step over and just put a hand on her shoulder. Your ladyship, I'm trying to be of assistance here. I'm trying to stop you from destroying this town. Are you understanding that?
I think you're not understanding how things work on this side of the fog walker. Nobility is above the common people. And there's just this groan from Lord Kipley, and he just sort of pinches at the bridge of his nose.
So if you order that they should go and kill themselves, they're supposed to go and kill themselves. Is that it?
Yes.
Are there any...
Nobility only remain nobility until the people decide that they're keen on democracy instead. Have you ever heard of the tale of Marie Antoinette, my dear?
DM question, are there any guards in the room?
There are not in the room, but the doors are open and there is a guard on either side of the door.
I don't know if this is going to work, but at this point, Julian lets out a big sigh, turns around so that his back is facing... is it Emery? Marie?
Marie.
And pulls his scarf down so that the back of his neck is showing. And he says, I don't know if you recognize this or not, but this is this tattoo on the back of my neck here is basically a sigil, a mark for a type of nobility. It's a wizardry nobility. It's a type of I come from a group of a group of spellcasters, wizards, have you, that run an entire town. And here I am, walking around, very much not as a nobility, trying to do the best I can to help everyone. So, no, not every... Nobility doesn't need a palace to do its job.
Alright. I just rolled some history rolls for the two of them. The first one was a dirty 20. And that was not Marie's roll. Marie got the 5. So she kind of rolls her eyes. It does. It tracks amazingly well. She kind of rolls her eyes and doesn't really get the significance, but all of you can see recognition, 100% recognition in Lord Kipley's face. And he takes a deep breath, and then he stands up from his chair and walks around his desk to stand right in front of all of you. You have all chosen to come in here to fix my town's problems. And I think you've made your points well. Even if Marie does not appreciate them. I would like to hear your solutions, if you would.
What was he rolling the history check for, by the way?
To recognize the tattoo on the back of Julian's neck.
Yep, cool.
So, Audacity reaches under her armor and pulls out a pendant, just a round with a symbol of a silver set of scales on it, which I have no idea if any of the other characters would recognize.
Everyone could roll a history or a religion, probably. I'm going to use that dirty 20 that Lord Kipley got, but everyone else is welcome to roll things if they want.
I've got a +3 religion, so I'm going to roll that one. $15.
Nice.
14.
Sorry, I was trying to find a graphic or something. What was the roll for?
Religion.
Religion. No worries.
I think you said religion or history, depending on which is better for you.
Mine was a history, so.
Okay, well, that is definitely going to be a history.
That's a nat 1. Oh.
With a +4 modifier. Dear me.
Oh.
Anyway.
That one's a nat 1, friend.
I know.
The dice be cruel. Alright. So that's a 15 from Hortense and a 14 from Gil. Mandy, would you like to describe what those rolls get?
So the pendant that Audacity just pulled out is the symbol of the goddess Nemesis, who is essentially the patron goddess of outcasts and the undesirables, the underclasses, bit of a god of justice and revenge. I can send through more information later, but so yeah, that's just Audacity establishing the angle that she's coming at this with.
Mm-hmm.
So Audacity pulls out this pendant and steps up to Lord Kipley, looks him square in the eyes. Lord Kipley, I don't know if you recognize the symbol, but I'm just going to be establishing what I think needs to be happening here. What you need to do is you need to write out something, proclamation, promise to the forest spirit that you've angered, that you're going to be taking no more trees from there. And I think perhaps that you're going to be contributing something towards the care of that forest. And you're going to sign that document. And I think young Miss is going to sign that document. And I think we're going to need some proper signatures here if we're dealing with things from beyond this plane. If you understand my meaning there.
Yes.
In
no,
blood?
I do.
Yes, that is how you sign things.
I mean, there's also pens.
Um,
This is all Hortense, by the way. None of this is Carolina.
What actually turns to Hortense like, no, when you need to sign something with let's call it spiritual effect, prick on the thumbprint in blood, means you've actually made a promise, not just written a piece of paper.
As soon as Hortense learns this, she starts looking intensely at Audacity's thumbs to see like if they're particularly scabbed over. How many like of these contracts she's completed.
Gloves.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything through gloves. Lord Kipley
She tries.
nods, but he's got a bit of a frown on his face. You think that
I'm just
will be
going to point
sufficient?
out that that Giel is going to be looking at that amulet with a bit of an odd expression. Not that every expression isn't odd when you can't really blink or like change the shape of your eyes very much, but just a little bit intensely.
Yep. Fair enough. Yeah, Lord Kipley nods all the way through this explanation and then frowns a bit. Do you think that will be sufficient?
If you actually go through with it, I can. Unless there's going to be some more demands, it seems like that's what they're actually wanting here is some safety. They've got one way of making themselves safe, and that's turning anyone who comes in to attack them into trees. We're offering them another way to safety.
I mean, that would also probably be like time consuming, and you like I don't know, I don't understand how forest spirits operate, but turning anyone into anything takes a lot of time and energy and resources. So I mean, ideally, they'd probably want to use that somewhere more productive.
Like rebuilding their forest that you've taken half of.
It seems almost too easy. But, very well.
Well, half of it's easy. Writing it down and swearing to it's one thing. You're also going to have to follow through on it, because I mean, I don't know if you've heard the stories about what happens when you anger these sorts of things. You're seeing part of it, but I mean, if you try to kill this spirit, it's going to get worse.
Any soldiers we have sent to the forest have not come back. So we're presuming that they have been turned into trees as well.
I mean, that seems like the least horrendous option. But not that you don't mention having sent emissaries apiece. That's the option that you're taking now.
Are you offering to be those emissaries?
What was that? I didn't hear that.
Are you offering to be those emissaries?
Well, it seems like very few people in this town are going to be listening to orders to go into that forest, so I don't think you got that many options.
I mean, also we've got a level of plot armor as well. Shannon can't kill all of us.
You say that.
I'm a DM, Carolina. I can do anything.
PK is the phrase for a reason.
Also, as a sidebar, has anyone listened to the Welcome to Nightdale episode, The Whispering Woods?
Nope.
I have.
Oh, right, yeah. They walk into the trees, and then they get told compliments of how pretty they are and how well they dress, and then they turn into trees, which would get me.
Fair enough. I lost my train of thought again. Choo choo. Yeah. So Lord Kipling nods, and then he looks at each of you and. So, what is it that you would ask of me for this favor?
I'd like to whip out a sheet of paper with a list of like herbal medicinal ingredients that I need to restock my stash, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I would like these. And I don't want to say exactly what they are right now, because if I have to do a spell later and you're like, you don't have a crow's foot, I can be like, I did. You gave me one 6 sessions ago.
Yep. Sure. All right. You have your shopping list of demands. Cool.
I mean, we did come through the fog with not quite as many resources as we were hoping. If you've got any items that might help us on our way while progressing with your business here, we might keep them after the job's done as reasonable payment.
I don't know what it is that I can offer in terms of that. We do not specialize in magic or wayfaring so much.
I mean, that's fair. I'd also take
any health potions would be nice.
Oh, we can handle health potions, but a bit of coin.
Coin I can do.
Lovely.
I have a request.
Oh yes.
And Keel's gonna look like a little bit nervous. Well, no, let's go with a lot nervous. It was already a little bit nervous.
It was already Gil.
It was already Keel, yes. That tree in the courtyard. I want you to leave it there, and maybe build some sort of structure around it just to keep it safe. Do you think you could do that? Doesn't have to be fancy. It's just keep it safe. Maybe like hold a festival around it sometimes. You think?
I was under the impression that part of our negotiating or like having parley with the forest spirit was that he untree the tree people.
Yeah, but that might not work. And if it doesn't, just look after the tree for us, okay?
I can do that.
Also, I shouldn't have gendered the tree spirit. I don't know its gender. I'm sorry.
Its gender is tree.
Its
gender is tree.
Its gender is tree, just like Gil's gender is fish. Okay, cool. Anything else?
I mean, unless you got some delightful magical things in your armory, I think coin might be the best solution to our woes.
Very well. And it's at this point that there is some indignant noises from Marie. I'm not signing anything, and I don't think you should give them any coin at all, Father. Yes, but this is the correct course of action, and I will not have any disagreements, Marie. Nope, not signing anything. I'm not doing it. Then you're not getting a palace. And then it is this indignant gasp. Like, seriously offended gasp. Is anyone gonna say anything? I really don't want to just sit here and have the NPCs talk to
Well,
one
I'm
another.
so used to doing this, to be honest, that I'm kind of just like it's kind of up to the dad to either say too bad or like I've said, like Julian said his piece.
I mean, what constitutes a signing? Does she need to sign her name, or could it be a thumbprint in blood?
I'm thinking, well, I'm going to answer that in character. Because I don't know if that was in character or out, but
That was in character. I should have a character voice, but I don't.
Yep. So I'm thinking that if young Miss is honestly against this idea, then having her signature on there might constitute lying to this forest spirit. We don't want that. And turns to Marie, puts hands on both of her shoulders. Young Miss, I think you should be very grateful right now that you're not actually of age. Because if you were, you and I'd be facing each other with swords, and then you'd be in the dirt.
I am just going to roll. Whoa, that's too many numbers. She is attempting to smack your arms off of her shoulders, and to try and backpedal to make an escape. But she be weak. She be a weak teenager.
Well, I mean, it's not like we necessarily need her signature. This is in character. It's not like we necessarily need her signature anyway. It's not like she's in a position of power. And also, like, we just need to make it part of the agreement that this is something that her father agrees to. And if any of his descendants backpedal, then any negative consequences fall exclusively on that descendant.
Yeah.
So if she does eventually come into power, and she decides that she wants a palace anyway and goes to chop down these trees, it's only her that turns into a tree, so no harm, no foul.
And Audacity's just going to kind of dig fingertips into her shoulders. Young Miss, you keep talking about how nobles do things. And I gotta say, dueling is part of noble culture where I'm from, and I'm pretty sure it is here too. And if you act like this as an adult, you are going to be facing a duel.
Oh,
And
I
you're
would have gotten so many beatings.
No, I'd like to make it clear here that I'm not going to be dueling you because you are an idiot child. And none of you guards are going to be attacking me for saying this to you, because you've already said that you're happy to have anyone in this town die on your order. And if you're going to be sending them up against the Swiftest Blade and Icaset, you're going to be sending them to their deaths, and I think they all know that, and they're not going to be helping you. So I think what we need now is for you to shut your pretty little mouth and feck off.
There is
Your power is not as absolute as you think it is.
Do you want to roll an intimidation, Audacity?
I would love to roll an intimidation. Don't suppose I get advantage?
I suppose you do, yes. Well,
24.
That'll do it.
You are now holding on to a softly sobbing, absolutely terrified idiot child.
Maybe this is the scare she needed to like get her shit together. Like I don't generally support the idea of scaring kids quote unquote straight. But she is fictional, so
I didn't say I wouldn't be stabbing her. Like, I was very clear on I am not stabbing you.
She's still terrified.
Good.
Are you gonna let go of her when she starts to cry?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. You let go of her and she kind of backpedals away and hides behind her father, who is trying his best to look stern, but he's a bit scared of you too, quite frankly. But he does a quick check over her for any injuries that might have been sustained, because he doesn't know what you can do. But when he finds her to be scared but not hurt, he's going to reach into a drawer of his desk and pull out a big piece of parchment paper and his quill and start writing. And if nobody has anything to add, he's going to do some writing. He's going to sign it, put a wax seal on it, and then he's going to get his little letter opener and go prick in his thumb and jab his thumb into the parchment.
Audacity steps forward to read over the document, muttering something that sounds like a motto in Infernal.
Does anybody else speak Infernal? Don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Let me double check. I think
I speak it. I do.
You
I speak Infernal.
Does
So-
Omen
You're
speak
full of
Infernal?
surprises, Hortense. Oh, I don't want to know where you learnt Infernal.
Let's get some round.
Oh,
For some reason,
DMV.
what you hear Audacity muttering under her breath like a motto is always read the fine print. And
I love it.
And so Audacity is going to read through that document several times, making sure he's not said anything stupid and that he has promised what he needs to promise.
Okay. At this point, just for shits and giggles, because she's already intimidated at this point, and one of us has already spoken Infernal, I'm going to start saying something. I'm just going to mutter something towards Marie in Draconic.
I don't speak Draconic.
Neither
no
do
idea
I.
what you're saying. Can I do the same thing though, but in Druidic?
Yes.
I'm not mumbling anything particularly scary. It's just like must remember to buy eggs. I'm assuming he doesn't know Druidic.
Honestly chanted mustard recipe.
Is Gil gonna get in on this?
I only speak Elvish and Common, so I don't think I can, but
Okay, well, I just had to pull up what languages Omen speaks, but he's kind of still hanging back and letting you guys do most of this. But Gil, because you speak Elvish, you're just gonna hear him say in Elvish, "Unbelievable. Who are these people?"
I also speak Elvish.
Okay, you hear that too.
You can actually hear that as well, but that's photo.
I speak like 4 languages.
Yeah, but the elf speaking Elvish?
No, radical, common, Elvish, Druidic, and Infernal, because I thought it would be funny, and I was right.
Oh dear. But yes, so Omen is just sort of going, well, that's what they're doing, okay. But it kind of adds to the whole...
Audacity is not saying this in Infernal directed at her to freak her out. She's kind of muttering it under her breath while she reads through the document repeatedly.
Oh yes, I realize that. The other two, on the other hand. Let me just say the bard of your party is appreciating the theatrics. Okay, so the thing that he has written out, it's been written as a decree that no trees from the Lauran forest will be felled by anyone who calls Kiplay their home, and that Kiplay will actively work on restoration efforts to replace all of the felled trees, and also to maintain the forest from other people who might wish to fell it. And he hasn't put any clauses about breaking the promise. He hasn't put any clauses about his offspring. He's just said no one from Kiplay will do this, and Kiplay will be responsible for this. He's not put in any conditions or anything. He's just made it nice and clear and stuck his thumb in blood on the bottom.
So Audacity finishes her several reads through of this and then just nodded. I think that's looking like a good start to things. And so if we're delivering this to the forest spirit in the Lauran forest, hopefully we'll be seeing some improvements to the situation.
Hopefully so. And hopefully we can get the curse reversed, but if not, preventing further losses would be ideal.
That's the hope. Thank you for your time, Lord Kiplay. Your ladyship, learn, please learn. And I think we'll be on our way.
Cool. He's going to roll up the parchment and tie it with a little red ribbon and hand it over. And you are free to depart as you wish.
On our way out of the town, I would like to stop by the place where we had breakfast.
Oh, yes.
And I would like to get a sandwich.
All right, cool. You
How
obtain
many?
a sandwich.
It's one of those like comical Scooby-Doo sandwiches where it's like one sandwich, but it's like this big.
Oh,
That sounds
dear.
like it.
I'm not even running a Toonkind campaign. Why are you guys doing this to me?
Hortense is a hungry lady.
Yep.
She being Hortense burns a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna go past somewhere that's like bakery or bakery adjacent, Gil is going to like spend a little bit of time while you're ordering, looking at the things and trying to guess which ones are the pastries that you mentioned the other day.
Oh, yes, our
Bakery
bakery
quest.
side quest, yes.
I would also like to get a croissant and I was like, this is a croissant. It's layers of like puff pastry. They're a nightmare to make. If you eat them outside of fantasy France, they'll often have like ham and other stuff in them. They don't do that normally, but food changes as it gets further away from its place of origin. And I like peel it apart and I give like, here you go. And I ate the other half just in case Gil doesn't like it.
Yeah. Gil sort of peels off one of the layers from the top and puts it in its mouth and sort of looks at it and goes, I don't recognize any of those flavors. That's interesting. And it sort of watches the croissant warily while it eats the rest of it.
The main flavor is butter, because you get the layers, and then you basically put a block of butter in the middle, and then you fold that in, and you flatten it out, and then you fold it, and you flatten it out, and you fold it, you flatten it out. And then you curve it into a little horny shape. Horn, like shaped like a horn, not horn.
It's a crescent, Hortense. A crescent.
Yeah.
The first time I've ever had butter.
Didn't you have butter? Didn't you have something with butter when we were at the bed and breakfast?
Potentially, but wouldn't have recognized it at the time.
Yeah, the the weird soft yellow stuff that was on the table with breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff, but baked in.
So, what's your favorite food then, Gil?
Well, sometimes we were allowed to eat salt pork when things got, when we had a lot of money on the ship, so that was always nice.
Yeah, I don't suppose you'd have any sort of dairy products on a ship because
just for the captain.
You'd have a goat or like probably a goat, but that would just be for the like higher ups.
Oh dear. All right, so we have our bakery detour. Are we going to talk about what we're doing next? Actually, you know what? I'm going to have Omen ask.
Well, that's people have put her amulet away as they left, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So, I take it you intend to go to Lauran Forest, Lady Audacity.
I'm thinking that's the next step on our. I think it's vaguely in the direction that we're meaning to be heading, and the. It looks like if we're going to be getting some coin to Forest on our way around here, then we'll drop off this letter, do a little bit of a talking to the forest spirit, and then come back here.
Hopefully it's that simple.
In true Hortense style, I have already begun walking out to the forest.
Do you even know which direction it is?
Looking ahead, but I am like, come on, let's go.
I will note that the forest's like 2 or 3 days away.
Yep. I mean, we may as well start today. It's not going to get any closer.
Yeah, I'm keen. Let's go.
Cool.
Would we mind using this point to have a quick break?
Yep, we can do that.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
James.
Yeah.
Is your character wearing any kind of like jacket or coat or overcoat or something like that?
No.
Okay, because I was going to say, in an attempt to like, because Hortense understands that she hairs off a lot and is trying to keep it in a little bit because the last couple of times she's done that, she's gotten attacked by things. So I was gonna say because you protected her last time, she's like gonna hover a little bit closer to you and like maybe as we get a bit closer, she's gonna grab the end of your jacket. It was like less a fear
has a
thing
cape.
and more like a don't hair off.
He has a cape.
He has a cape and he has a scarf. So those
Okay.
are dangly things to hold on to.
Is that okay with you? If a bit closer to the forest, I just hold like the end of your cape
I mean,
to like
it,
stop
it's
myself from
okay with
running away.
James, and it's okay with Julian, but I don't think Hortense really cares whether or not it's okay with either of those people.
Yeah, I'm asking is Carolina asking James.
Yeah, no, that's totally fine.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, we'll have a quick break and go to the bathroom, get more tea, etc., and then we'll see what happens next.
Yay!
For God's sake, separate your sentences.
See you all in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Gosh, we're having some long days.
In the other campaign I'm playing, I had this moment the other day where because my character turns into a fox on the full moon, but there's this other character who's like a headless horseman with a scythe that if I touch it forcibly turns me into my fox form. And we were playing, and this horseman attacked us because we'd previously murdered the horse person, and I'd stolen the scythe, but then they're kind of semi-immortal? I don't know exactly. And so they came back and took the scythe back and like slashed me with it. So I took like 28 damage or whatever, and then forcibly turned into a fox. And then I was like running behind this horseman trying to catch up because it was running and chasing my other the other players. And so I was like, okay, I'd like to jump on it to its back and concentrate and turn myself back into my elven form. And the DM was like, sure, but only if you roll a 20 or above. And I rolled a nat 20. And he was like, God damn it, okay, but the horse person is going to try and buck you off. And I'm like, and you're going to need an 18 or better. And I was like, I rolled a 19. It was just very unlikely. I didn't get my scythe back. But my argument for why it was now mine is that I licked it, and that means I own it. And I did lick it in a previous episode.
Okay,
to see if licking, if any form of contact would turn me into a fox. And the answer is yes.
Oh dear.
It's good fun.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that that's just like queer women dating rules, isn't it?
Licking things to claim them as my own. Yeah, it was good fun, and the whole time we had like a rock, like the big bird thing that we could summon to get us off of this mountain. And we did like 4 or 5 turns of combat before we were like, we could just leave. We could just get on the big bird and fly away.
If it's shit, hit the bricks.
I mean, we were trying to run away before, but running up the mountain. And I'm like, what was our original plan for getting home? Didn't we have a flying Uber? And the DM was like, yeah, I was waiting for you to remember about that. It's been here the whole time. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh dear.
Because you get so caught up in one part of the game that you get like tunnel vision.
Like the 5-minute distraction amusing side character. We just spent 2 sessions on.
We weren't supposed to engage with her as much as we did, were we?
No.
Look, I managed to turn that into both a character moment and a solution for the other half that's meant to be the whole quest.
And this is why D&D is collaborative storytelling.
This is why, in order to DM, you have to be good at thinking on your feet.
You have to be flexible, because sometimes your players will get fixated on dumb shit.
Best laid plans do not survive contact with player characters. Speaking of, are we all ready to carry on?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, how are we going to proceed?
From James?
What was that? Sorry.
You good to go?
Your camera is still turned off.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I had it off because I'm smoking and I don't want you to see me doing my body shit. But I'm
Okay, cool. One day I will remember to get myself another webcam. But today is not that day. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at the correct channel so that I don't lose what I'm doing. So if we would direct our attention back to the map, we're in Kipley. Lauran is 2 full days travel from here. Are we going to be? How are we going to be traveling? Tell me the plan.
We're marching through the forest and hopefully not getting attacked. Actually, that's a really good point. What happens when we get attacked by the trees? Because we're kind of trying to be diplomatic with it. Should we just run?
Oh, we're 2 days away from that yet.
You don't know what's going to happen when you get there because you're not there yet. But yeah,
What?
I've
As a the next town along, there's a decent main road either there.
yeah. So there is a road between Kipley and the town of Lauran, which is at the edge of the forest. So because it is a main thoroughfare. But you are going to have to stop overnight on the way.
Yep.
Are we going at a normal pace? Are we rushing? Are we taking out the scenic dawdling? What's the plan?
I'd say fairly average pace sounds about right. Arrive rested, but arrive on time.
Because we're about halfway through today.
Mm-hmm.
But, we can probably travel a bit into the night. I think just, average pace, see how far we get.
All right. Fantastic. Can I get everybody to roll me a survival in that case, please?
Also, I'm double checking all of my spells to see if I've got anything useful for forward stuff, and it occurs to me that I have druid the shape changing spell, and I've used it once to try and crawl inside a tree man. So Hortense is making good life choices.
DL does not have survival skills.
I have a +3 to survival.
Audacity, on the other hand,
16.
20. Dirty 20.
Oh yeah, dirty.
All right. Let me get my calculator here.
Nice.
Gotta do me some mathematics.
Gross.
Alrighty. Okay. Cool. Alright. So you make your way out of Kipley and down the road, and after a while the sun starts to set, and you're able to continue along the road a while after dark, because it's a nicely paved road and it's a fairly clear night, but you are going to have to stop eventually. And it is going to be Omen who pipes up and goes, I think we may be done for the evening.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's sounding something about reasonable.
Yeah, all right. Let's set up for the night.
I would like to set a fire.
In true druidic fashion.
Yep.
Omen is going to pull his tent out from goodness only knows where, and it sort of sets up like a pop-up tent, but you know it's not a pop-up tent. But it just sort of goes, and then you're assuming it's maybe an unseen servant or something pulling the guy ropes down in pegging them down. But it's quite a spectacle. You've seen it once now, I think, before, because we've had one night on the road before now. But yeah, it's still quite a spectacle the way that his tent goes up, quite like that.
Julian's tent looks like one of those kind of cartoonish military tents from like cartoons from like the 1950s, where it's literally just like a patchwork bit of fabric strung across two sticks that aren't really held together very well.
Nice.
Audacity's is, fairly small, fairly basic, but she has tent.
Let me just double check if I have a tent, because if I don't, I have another. I mean, I have an explorer's pack and a blanket. I don't know if that contains a tent, but
No,
I
don't think
do
so.
have wild shape. So transform into a beast you have seen with
Doesn't last that
no
long.
flying. Yeah, it only needs to last an hour. I was gonna transform into like a dog or something and then just crawl up on the ground and go to sleep.
I mean, you could just crawl up on the ground and go to sleep without turning into a dog, quite
I
frankly.
know, but I thought it would be funny. Okay. I would like to cocoon myself close-ish but not too close to the fire, and just like roll myself up like an elfin burrito in the blanket.
Before I say anything, I would like to double check. What month, like what time of year, season is it?
It's not stupid hot summer, and it's not stupid cold winter. It is generic pleasant, I guess.
Fair enough. All right.
It's kind of whether we're in a fantasy TV show, characters would just go to sleep on the ground, and you'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Gil is gonna roll out a bedroll to have something between it and the ground, and then just sort of sleep on top of that, a little way away from the fire, though.
Would you? This is in character. Would you care to huddle? Are you
No,
good?
thanks. No,
Okay,
thanks.
just
It's
thought
a
I'd ask.
little
No, you
closer to
eat.
the fire for me.
You've eaten way too many eggs, Hortense. I'm good.
Hey, I never established that I was gassy. I did establish that I snore.
That's true. That's true.
Do I have any of those like fantasy snoring strips? I don't think those exist.
No, they don't have fantasy CPAP. I'm sorry.
Once the campsite's set up, Audacity does like a wander through just the immediate vicinity, looks to be checking on things, checking on the ground, up to something.
Cool.
I mean, theoretically, we should sleep in shifts as well. How about, because I'm a snorer, you all go to sleep first, and I'll keep an lookout, and then because for like a long rest, I only need 4 hours as well.
Mm-hmm.
If we wanted to do any of that. So how about I wake up? Who wants to be awake next?
I think second shift, it's I got pretty good eyes for the dark.
Yeah, well, I've got dark vision, so.
I think all of you do except for Julie.
Saying that phrasing it in character.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll take first shift so everyone can like get some sleep before I turn my chainsaw on.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Appreciated. Cool.
Gil is going to also feed Steel some of the nails that Audacity bought.
Yay! Steely's very excited. He will sit on your lap and eat nails. Munch, munch, munch.
I will mark off 5 nails from that. Because yes, I like keeping track of inventory to that level.
Oh dear. And if you would like to roll something for what you sent me in DMs, now is a good time to do it.
Yep. I don't think we established what I'd be rolling for that.
No, probably a survival, I guess. Or a
Wait, what
nature.
are we rolling for? Sorry.
This is something for Audacity in particular. I'm going to get everyone else to do something in a minute.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Not really that much around. Okay, so Hortense is on first
I've
shift.
Facebook messaged you, by the way, Shannon.
Oh, I don't have that open.
I'm sorry. I'm bad at Discord, so I was like, I want to guarantee that only you can see it. It's nothing bad.
Okay, cool. I'm glad that you mentioned that because I have everything on silence.
Nice.
All right, cool. Now, Hortense, you are awake.
Yep.
Can I get
Scanning
you
the horizon.
get you to roll a perception, please?
Oh no. All right, what's my perception at? It is a +5. Hortense is perceptive as hell.
This is what I say every time because Gil has +6, but we've seen my die rolls.
8! It's a fucking 8! Why did I say that? Cursed myself. Oh,
Okay.
I turn around and there's a fucking bear doing a can that I did not notice. Sorry. I didn't realize you were drinking.
Bad timing, Mandy.
Sorry.
Oh dear. Okay, let me just set this up. What do I need? I need those. And that. Okay. I don't need this guy. Okay. Cool. Alright, so you're, I don't know, you get lost in the sauce a little bit staring at the fire or something along those lines. Yeah, I'm not going to beat about the bush. Get everyone roll me initiative, please.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is what I was trying to avoid.
Um.
3.
Sorry, it's been a while. Initiative is
That's
Dex.
Dex.
Yeah.
Unless you got some weird character stuff.
Nice.
Gil is not tense, just terribly, terribly alert.
Oh, dear.
Rolls are on point.
Okay. So there is a surprise round. And unfortunately,
Sorry.
Gil and Hortense are the ones who are up. Everyone else is in a damn tent. So I'm just going to turn my screen share on so you guys can see the battle map.
Was it more skeletons?
Oh no.
I don't like how much you're laughing. This displeases me. How many hours had it been, by the way, before we got attacked?
Oh dear.
Is it Marie out for revenge?
Nope, more skeletons.
Plinth? What's the thing in the back?
You'll find out.
Tree-like.
You'll find out. Okay, so Alright. So the skeletons are going to attack Hortense and Gil because you're out. Let's just start rolling attacks, I guess.
Are we setting like initial positions or just?
Oh, we'll move you into initial positions. I'm just going to do this first.
Is it like still the middle of the night as well?
Yeah, that's why I put the night filter on.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. That one will hit you. That one will not. Gosh.
Are they attacking both of us, or are they just attacking me?
I think the first two are attacking Hortense, and the other two are attacking Gil. What's your armor classes?
18.
12.
18.
Apparently. I have natural armor because I have intense fish skin.
Right.
Okay, so both of you are getting hit once by skeletons. What's that? 1d6.
I think I took damage in a previous fight, but it didn't say. I wrote down my damage on the sheet, but it didn't save it. How many hit points should I assume I have?
You had a long rest at the B&B. Didn't
Okay,
you?
cool, which means I have my full hit point maximum of 16 hit points.
Yeah, cool, except now you're down to 11 because you took 5 and Gil took 3.
3, sorry, was that?
Gil, you took 3 slashing damage. Okay. So,
Why would you hit a little old lady?
Because
So
It's
where are
happening in
the
the woods.
skeletons now?
there's skeletons and they don't give a shit. Okay, so I'm happy for everybody to just hear the sounds of shing and presumably sounds of pain from the two people around the fire, and wake up and come out of your tents, and we can pop everybody in the map wherever you so like. I kind of let's see if Gil and
I would like to
Hortense
be
is sort of
behind
here-ish.
Julian, if at all
Yes.
possible.
You can't start there because you're already getting
I
attacked
know,
by
that's-
skeletons.
Look, I'm saying where I'd like to be, not where I am.
Yeah. So I figure we're probably in an arrangement sort of like this as everybody comes out of their tent.
Yeah. Keeping in mind that I did start off probably, I want to say like, maybe if I were one down and one to the right, so that I was further away from the fire because, fire, hot, dry.
Yes, of course.
Everything I dislike.
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna say that that guy is there, and
Right.
this guy's here, and then I need a new layer.
I'll pop myself behind, but in between Hortense and Gil.
Where's my fire brush? There it is. Boop. Come on, work. Oh my gosh! Please don't lag. That's going to be too big.
That's too much fire.
Okay, that's where the fire is. Poppy, get out of it! Please stop trying to sit in my dice tray. Okay. How does that look to people?
Indicative
good.
enough?
Hmm?
Indicative enough?
Cool. And then that thing. Hold on. Oh, there's too many of those. And that thing is about here.
Okay. Do I know which ones attacked me and which ones attacked Hortense?
You can assume that it is the one closest to you that
Yep.
stabbed you.
Okay, good.
Alright, now let me just put the initiative order in the chat. There. So we got let's see, we got a 21. Then Omen. No, not that Omen. That's not Omen. Did I roll initiative for Omen? No, I didn't. God, too many things to keep track of. What's your initiative, dude? Oh, right. Cool. Okay, so we got Audacity, the first Skellington. Then we've got Gil. And Omen. And then Julian. And that kind of works because Hortense just got stabbed a bunch. So, alright. There is our initiative order. I'm just gonna.
Am I like absolute last?
Yup.
Phenomenal. To be fair, I am a little old lady and I've just been stabbed in the boob, so I think I need a moment to be like, how?
Fair enough. Alright. Audacity. In a surprise move that surprises no one, really. You get to go first.
So, emerging from the tent, sword already in hand, just kind of flicking the scabbard down back into the tent behind me. I'm going to move 2 up, 2 right to kind of flank that skelly, whichever number it is, with Hortense.
Oh, yeah, so you're directly next to Omen? Here?
Yeah.
Yep.
And as I come through, just kind of spin round and try to club the skelly with the pommel of the sword, just because stabbing them didn't work well last time, so I'm just kind of try and just smash them with the other end of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that actually counts for bludgeoning damage instead, but
Yeah, I'll say so. Hard to find by me. Which skelly is that?
Well, it's the bludgeony part of the sword, so it would make sense.
yeah.
You're pummeling them. Oops.
And
Okay, that's skelly one.
flanking for advantage, because I am that sort of person. Dirty 20.
That'll do. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Twelve points of damage, which pretty good when you're looking at bludgeoning damage against skeletons.
Yep, that's not bad at all. Okay. It is now that guy's turn. And it is going to attack you back with its rusty ass sword. Will a 22
that'll
hit
do.
you? 4. 4 points of ow. Oh, cool. Alright, Gil! You just got stabbed, mate.
Yeah, not liking that. Alright, Giel is going to see that everyone is sort of still waking up and stumbling out of tents. And is going to capitalize on the fact that Lee has been told that with DM permission I can use dexterity in a grapple.
Yes.
And is going to attempt to crawl inside the skeleton's rib cage, nuisance-like. I live for your expressions when I say these things, Mandy.
Okay.
Internal xylophone.
Okay, sure.
Just get all up in there and really bother it and make it very difficult for it to do anything.
Alright, fantastic. I'm going to assume, or do you want to stay there diagonal or moving closer, or what do you want to do?
Well, if you're in the rib cage of it, basically you're on the same square.
Yeah, doesn't grapple make you share a square?
I suppose it does. Okay, I'm just gonna... Oh.
All was written it doesn't, but crawling inside its rib cage, I think
is a bit descriptive, yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Oh boy. Okay, well, roll your grapple, I guess.
Which would be in this case plus my dexterity. Ha!
Yes. That is a natural 20. Oh wow. Okay. Great.
Amazing.
Great.
Yeah, I'm
cool.
imagining this sort of like Giel has like tensed like as this has happened and just sort of sprung forwards and almost squirrel-like twined itself up around the spine, and there are like limbs grabbing on to ribs and like hooking over the hip bones and things like that and just wiggling.
Cool. Alright. I'm just gonna zoom in a bit here and hope my computer doesn't lag too much. 2. Which means that is skeleton 3. Just so I can tell them apart.
useful.
Okie doke. Zoom back out. Alright. Skeleton number 2 is currently grappled from the inside out. Good grief. Okay, so I guess it's going to roll a strength. Do I have that stat for it?
Did you not plan this eventuality of Gil climbing inside the skeleton?
Funnily enough, no.
Remember the party who tried to get inside NPCs now? It's not the party bard.
And one of you succeeded. Ridiculous. Okay,
No,
I'm just
the
gonna
fact
do
that
it.
you didn't let me get inside that tree, man.
Is it just a basic skeleton, Shannon?
Yeah, it's just a.
They have a strength of 10.
Oh, okay. So that's not much. They only got a 10 anyway, so I think they're still trying to figure out with their very, very tiny, limited brain space, quote unquote.
What is happening to them?
What the hell? I have this fish inside my rib cage.
Please hold, you are experiencing fish.
Please hold, you're experiencing fish.
Thank you, Mandy, from whom I stole that line.
And I am going to steal it moving forward because I've got another another player character elsewhere who's a fish. But anyway, okay. that makes it Omen's turn. Okay. Omen, you have been woken up. You are grumpy. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, friend? What does that do? No, we're not going to do that right now. I guess we're just gonna... Yeah, let's just mind sliver the crap out of one of the skeletons. Intelligence saving throw, of which it has minimal intelligence. Nope. 1d6 psychic damage. 1.
Which one?
The one closest to him. So number 1. I do not have enough monitors. 1. Okay, he has done a whole 1 damage to the skeleton. Good work, Omen.
But what a good one.
Did he save versus the other effect? Because Mind Sliver has a secondary effect where
First time it makes a saving throw before the end of your next turn, it must roll a d4 and subtract the number from the save.
Yeah.
So it didn't succeed. So the next time it has to roll a saving throw, if it has to roll one before Omen's next turn, it gets negative a d4.
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, now it is skeleton number 3's turn, and he's going to attack Hortense because she's right there. And that is 9. No.
Does not hit.
No.
Yay.
No, it do not. That is not the button I wanted. All right, Julian. It is now your turn.
Okay. So just to make sure, because it's been a while, I can't believe that I'm saying this as a DM because I have actually been running campaigns lately, but this particular one hasn't coming up. No one's really using bonus actions at the moment. You get a bonus action and a movement, right?
And a regular action, yes.
Yep. All right. Julian is going to cast Expeditious Retreat and take the dash action. Moving behind the campfire, behind number 3 skeleton.
Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There.
Yep. So that's how many feet?
25.
10, 15, 20, 25 feet.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I don't even need my movement.
No, you don't.
Anyway.
You don't need extra retreat for that.
That's okay. I can still use my movement. All right. Now I'm going to cast Lightning Lure on Skelly Boy. Actually, can I go one step behind?
Is in there?
Yep. To 30. Yep.
Yep.
Now I'm going to use Lightning Lure on skeleton number 3.
All right. Go for it.
Do. Where are you? All them bones. D20 class. Give me a second. It's been a while since I've done this. Succeed on a strength saving throw. DC is 8 plus by proficiency, so the DC is 12. Alright, so it will need to roll a strength saving throw.
16.
Well, poo. Alright, it succeeds.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, poo.
Alright, now I'm going to use my movement
You used your movement.
Oh, no, I used my bonus action to dash is what I did.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm going to use my actual movement to put myself behind the campfire, north of it.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Alright. Just to clarify, Lightning Lure, because he made the strength save, doesn't do anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cantrips are always all or nothing, no half stuff.
Oh, it's a cantrip. I see. Alright, cool beans. Beans for beans. Okay, it's that fella's turn. Now I gotta remember what I wrote that you can do. Da.
Much boom.
Yeah, it's not even the right name for it. I wrote just. It's been a long day. Okay, where are you? There you are. It is gonna come 1, 2, 3, 4.
Have we seen what this thing is? Noticed it?
Yes, you can see it. Anything you can see on the map, you can see, and it's nice and close to the fire, so there's light. It seems to be some sort of big mushroom-looking thing with legs and a face. Here, let me put the.
Oh, cool.
Let me put the tile in the art chat so you can
Cool
see it
and normal.
see it up close. No, where is it? Where is it? It's in this folder. There it is.
So it's the weird mushroom thing's turn.
It is the weird mushroom thing's turn. It has moseyed on over from where it is, and it is going to attack Hortense.
Why Hortense? Hortense is a good and kind elf.
Uh,
Leave Hortense alone.
Near the closest, then not inside someone's rib cage. Alright. It is going to roll to attack you. 18?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright, cool. And do 4. Okay. This mushroom scuttles up to you kind of like a crab, almost in movement, and then it leans its head back and then goes poof and headbutts you in the side. And you take
thank you.
1 bludgeoning damage and 1 poison damage.
Oh, poo. No, I've only got 9 hit points now. Is it Hortense's turn now?
It is now Hortense's turn.
Excellent. So, Hortense would like to hide.
Okay.
You keep talking about how cool Thunder Step is, or Thunder Wave.
Yeah, I was going to say this is like
Wave also
the
has like
moved up.
a there's too many friends in the area of the oh yeah. If I thunder waved, I'd also thunder wave Gil right now.
I know it sounds kind of cruel, but from a pure numbers perspective, it's absolutely worth it. But
Character perspective, you're surrounded by skeletons and a freaky shroom.
Okay, I'll thunder wave. I'm sorry, Gil.
We're all suggesting you Thunderwave GL, but
It's an area of effect spell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thunderwave, yeah.
I'm really hoping it's
Thunder wave. Okay, hold on. Let me find where it is again. Where the fuck are you? Hold on.
I'm trying to think of
Look,
which
to
one
be
of
fair, this whole time I'm waiting, my plan has been hide. So I haven't really yet to plan anything.
Okay, Thunderwave. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature within a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a con save.
On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
Yeah.
In addition, unsecured objects are completely within the area of effect automatically pushed 10 feet away. Yeah, okay, I'll just roll a d20 for that.
No, we're doing saves. Okay, so skeleton number 1.
Do I need to roll anything?
Nope, you need to tell me what the save is, though. So on DMV, you'll have Thunderwave.
DC 13, spell mod +5.
Okay, sweet. So 13 is your... Okay, skeleton number 1 does not succeed. Skeleton number 2 does not succeed.
Yeah, he gets pushed into the fire.
Skeleton number 3...
Does not succeed.
I think we've...
No, skeleton number 3 does succeed because Gil's got a modifier and he doesn't.
yeah, skeleton 3 succeeds, Gil doesn't, so... But I'm gonna...
Gil is inside
Sorry,
skeleton
Gil.
number 2.
Does Gil get an advantage for having, like, partial cover?
No, because you're gonna get pushed back with the skeleton.
No. I realize I'm gonna get pushed back with the skeleton. The question is whether I can have advantage for the damage.
No, not really.
Okay. Well,
And
it's fine. Thought I'd try.
4. Okay, cool.
2d8 thunder damage.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
10 feet back, is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. All right, so 5, 10. And hold on.
No, hold on.
It's 15 within 15 feet. So everybody's rolling this.
Oh, 15-foot cube.
Yeah, 15-foot cube is basically that square around
the 6.
quarter.
3 box.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, and I rolled a 6.
6. Okay, cool. All right. So the mushroom has been 10 foot that way. Skeleton number 3. You did not. Oh wait, hang on. Skeleton number 3 did.
Yeah, skeleton number 3 did save, so...
Skeleton number 3 did save, which is the most disappointing thing on the face of the earth. Number 2 did not, so it's 5.
The skeleton who saved still takes 3 points of damage, though.
Yes.
Yeah. And then skeleton number 1 bashes into Audacity, I guess.
I'm pretty sure I dodge.
Do you roll a dex save?
I guess.
You told me to cast this spell.
I did. And it remains funny.
Okay, yeah. You dodge and it kind of goes over there. Now let me get my little spreadsheet up with everybody's damage. So
Cool.
you
And
took 6 and
so that was my action, right?
yes. And
Can I use my movement to run into the bushes, please?
You will provoke an attack of opportunity. But yes, you can.
Yep.
Poop. Skeleton number 3. Why did you save your thing? Rude.
Yes. So if you move from within 5 feet of that skeleton, you will
Promote
get
an attack of opportunity. I'll stay where I am then.
Okie doke. Do you have any bonus actions you want to do?
Any other actions I want to? Well, I don't have any bonus actions. I don't think.
Okie doke.
And that was my action. And I can't use my movement, so I'm good.
All right, fantastic. That means we're back at the top. Audacity.
How badly injured is Skelly 1 looking?
It's not looking super crash hot, but like I mean, it is hard to tell with skeletons because they don't have any skin to bruise or to cut or bleed or anything. But like, it's not holding itself together as well as the others.
And how big is our campfire looking? Like, is it in the, like, small flames and embers?
Yeah.
Cool. Using rogue stuff, bonus action disengage.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to step to where the campfire is.
Mm-hmm.
And stab or smack Skelly 3 on the back of the head with the pommel.
Okay.
And then I am going to step 1 step away from it.
Okay, cool. Let's roll your attack first.
I am leaning into all of the character ability stuff right here. 17?
Yes, that will hit. Roll them damage.
And again, going for bludgeoning damage. Good 13 points there.
Yep. Cool. And then you're going to take a step back out of the fireplace.
Yes.
Cool.
Any fire damage on that?
Remind me, tieflings have resistance, not immunity. Okay. We'll roll a d4. You take 1.
Cool. I figure I'm the one who can step in the fire, and that was funny.
Cool.
I don't know if you're doing the skeleton, whatchamacallit, the thing with bludgeoning damage that's the opposite of resistance. I don't know if these skeletons are like that.
They don't have particular weakness to bludgeoning damage. But they don't have resistance to it like they do for stabby stuff. Okay, it is now skeleton number 1's turn. And he is going to attempt to stab Omen, because Omen is right there. Ouch. Yes, Omen is getting stabbed today.
Many of us are getting stabbed today.
4. Okay, cool.
Oops.
Has anyone else gotten hit by the mushroom, or is it just me?
Just you.
Just
It
you,
only had
Sarah.
one go.
And then I launched him.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh no.
Alright. Fine. It's Gil's turn. You are inside a skeleton that is 10 feet away from where it was before.
And I've had my skull thoroughly rattled.
Yes, you have.
Okay, so bear with me for a
Did the
sec.
sound make a jaunty tune?
No,
Have we invented the maracas?
no.
Well, the xylophone.
The sound that was made was anything but jaunty.
Oh,
Alright, so Giel does not have any weapons. However, it does have a small knife suitable for eating with. It does not have its backpack, so it has none of its other equipment because I'm going to assume that it did not sleep with its backpack on.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to say that it probably would have the small knife somewhere upon its person as, like, emergency. So, small knife is going... Actually, no, sorry, I decided against this. Hold up, let me change this. Giel is going to take its scarf off and tie the scarf around the hip bones and thighs to attempt to hobble the skeleton.
You're trying to knock it prone. Is what
No, I'm just trying to make sure that it can't move without falling over.
Right, okay. I guess roll a sleight of hand for that.
Okay, that I'm comfortable with. Nine, okay.
12.
Yeah, okay. Total
Oh, 12, sorry.
total of 12. It's difficult to do, given as you are inside this thing's ribcage, and it is not just standing there going, while
Yes,
you are
it is.
inside.
It is being disgruntled at me, I assume.
Yes, it is being disgruntled at you. So I am going to roll a contesting... Yeah, no, you tie it up. That's a 2. You manage it.
Okay.
It takes some doing, but you do it.
In that case, I would then like to use my bonus action to disengage, yeet out of the grapple, and run over, sort of taking cover half behind Julian, half behind Audacity.
Sort of there-ish?
Yeah.
Alright. Cool. Let me just center skeleton in his square. Alright. He is tied up a bit. Cool. I love that. Gosh.
Yeah, gills flaring as Giel breathes like intensely,
Yeah.
all
Okie doke.
open in the breeze and stuff.
All right, I'm gonna roll him a dex save, I think. Okay, he manages to hobble a little bit to there, but it does not fall over. Actually, yeah, to there. While his legs are tied together, like skeletons don't take really big strides using their whole legs. They kind of shuffle anyway. So he manages to get a little closer without falling over. But that is the entirety of his turn. Now it is Omen's turn, and Omen is going to do the smart thing and double check what your movement is. 30 feet. Cool. You are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And then you are going to remember which tab your character sheet is in. Bum, bum, bum. What does that do? He'll just use Mind Sliver again, I think. I think that's the easy thing. Okay. Skellington. Nope. 1d6 psychic damage. 6.
Oof.
Nice.
Which one?
On the one who attacked him before, which is Skellington number 1. It does not look good. Cool. I think that will do for Omen's turn. Do you have any bonus actions, sir? Do you have any bonus actions, sir? He has one bonus action that he can do. He's going to give Julian a bardic inspiration
Oh, very nice.
to use on your next turn. So you get to roll a d8. I'm just going to write that in there so I don't forget. Okay.
I get to choose when I use that, don't I?
Yep. Yep, pretty much.
Okay, so
It's not your turn yet, but he's done it.
Isn't it?
No.
Alright.
So he's used his bonus action to give you a bardic inspiration, and that ends his turn. Now it is Skellington number 3's turn, which is the one standing near Hortense, and he's just going to attack Hortense because that seems to be a good idea. 13?
Yeah, that just hits. I got a 12.
Okay. No, you don't have a d20 damage. Dope.
May I ask something?
Go for it.
So technically this would be against the rules, but if I were a DM, I would allow it. Because I've got a reach weapon, I have... So my fighting style, just give me a second, is... Doopy-doopy-doo.
That was 4 points of damage, Hortense, by the way.
Protection fighting style, when you can see...
Thank you.
Oh, not protection, different one. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Was it interception or?
Interception, yeah. Technically with interception, you're meant to be right next to them, but I feel like with a reach weapon, I should be able to intercept within the range of the weapon.
Not really. Like, if you were diagonal, then yes, but the reach, like, I know I can see the angle you're going for, but in order to intercept it, you would have to kind of reach around the skeleton.
Yeah, fair enough.
And the glaive that you've got is really not the right shape for that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Especially not from the position that you're in anyway. However, that was Skeleton 3's turn, doing some stab of Hortense. Are you still upright, Hortense?
I may have 5 hit points left.
Okay, cool.
Hey, anything bigger than 0?
Yeah, that's it. Julian, it is now your turn.
All right, I'm going to hit skeleton number 1, or attack skeleton number 1.
Number 1 or number 3? The one close to the fire is number 3. Number 1 is the one
number
that's half
1,
off the
one
screen.
that's right at the top.
Yep.
Well,
Cool.
it's pretty minced.
Mm-hmm. All right. Roll to attack.
D20 plus.
That'll do it. Roll your damage. Eight. All right, you extend your glaive and give it a good stabbing, and then it kind of crumbles into bone bits, and it is defeated.
Beautiful. And then I'm going to move behind Audacity.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, actually, as much as I'd love to, I shouldn't. Never mind. I'm going to move next to Hortense is what I'm going to do.
There.
Yeah.
All right. Cool beans.
And then my turn.
All right. Now it is the mushroom thing's turn. It's gonna... Come on. Oh. My computer is such a potato. Okay, there we go. 1, 2. And it's gonna attack because you're still just standing there. +2 to attack. So it's a 17. That will hit you.
Okay, I will use my reaction to intercept that.
Okay. Now, does that negate damage, or do you take it, or...
It negates damage. Let me just get the rules up quickly.
You reduce 1d10.
Well, yeah, it doesn't negate. What I mean is reduction. D&D 5e.
Oh, okay. So I still roll the damage and then you roll to reduce?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool. D4. 1. That's what it rolled last time. It is headbutting the old woman for 1 bludgeoning and 1 poison. So as long as you...
As long as you don't roll a -3 on 1d10. I've got 5e tools open on the other window, which is why I'm bringing up rules things. Yeah, so 1d10 plus proficiency, and level 2 proficiency is a +2.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the... Just give me a second.
When a creature you can see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you with an attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus to a minimum of 0 damage.
Yeah.
You must be wielding a shield or a simple or martial weapon to use this reaction.
Which I certainly am.
Cool.
Right.
And even though you're on the opposite side of Hortense to the mushroom, because you are using the glaive from that position, you can kind of stick your glaive out like over her shoulder or something and stab the thing in order to stop it from headbutting her. So I don't feel as though you're going to roll less than even with a nat 1 you still rolled more damage than rolled to reduce it by more than what it was, so you're fine. Okay, so Hortense, you have not taken another 2 damage just now.
Sorry, what?
Julian just protected you.
Yeah. Okay, all I heard was 2 damage, and I'm like, no, please.
No,
you tries to headbutt you, but then there's a glaive in the way.
Amazing.
Okay, cool beans. Alrighty, so that was the mushroom's turn. It is now Hortense's turn.
Amazing. I don't think I have any health potions. But I do have... Hold on. Can I cast Cure Wounds on myself?
Yep.
I would like to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Go for it.
Okay. When you cast a spell... Creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier,
Yep.
which is 5.
Yep, so 1d8 plus
I
5.
gotta roll a 1d8. I feel like I need to do this. Hortense ain't hot right now.
Wait, plus 5?
It's my spellcasting modifier.
You have a 20 in wisdom?
Oh no, your modifier is
Um,
proficiency plus your modifier. So
Is it spellcasting modifier or spellcasting
I've got a
ability,
16 in wisdom.
which is a plus 3?
Look, this is the sheet that I did on the website that Shannon recommended to me, and it auto-filled. So, and I'm not intending to cheat if I am.
It's fine.
I'm not meaning to argue. I'm just my brain is getting autistically caught up on how things are phrased.
DC spell 13 modifier plus 5. That's what my sheet says.
Yep. The thing we
Oh,
don't need
sorry.
to worry about is just that my brain is doing a thing. Carry
But
on.
I rolled it wrong, so ignore it.
you want a d8 plus 5, not a d20 plus 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I goofed. Okay, it's a 6 plus 5.
Yep,
So back up
11 points.
11 points back. Yay.
Alright, Shiny. Are you doing anything else?
Yes. Well, I'm a little bit healthier now, so I'm feeling a bit better. So I'm not used to having to do spell slots, so give me a second to figure this out, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
so that's
the whole thing.
a level 3. And Thunder Wave was a level also it's also only a level 1, cool. How many slots do I have? I genuinely don't know how many spell slots I have.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, I did not think to fill that out.
Level 2 druid should be 3 first level spell slots.
Okay, perfect. In that case, I would. Are any friends in the cone of pain?
I'll have to. You can. That's if you're talking about using Thunder Wave. You've already used your action with Cure Wounds, just so you know.
Oh yeah, of course. I don't have any bonus actions. I would like to run away.
Yeah.
Okay, where would you like to run to?
I would like to sort of run past Julian. Yeah, but to the left a bit. I also have because I've got hold on, sorry. I do know how to play this game, I promise. I've got Fleet of Foot, so my base walking speed is 35.
Yep, that's fine.
Cool. So I would like to sort of to the square left of Julian, if that's okay. Yep.
Yep.
And I understand that the skeleton or the mushroom gets to do an attack of opportunity on me.
Correct.
Hopefully they rolled poorly.
Yeah, alright, so do the skeleton.
35 would take you well off the screen.
Yeah, you only.
But I don't want to fuck off too much.
You only did 5 feet. So,
I know.
Yeah. Okay, this is the skeleton's attack of opportunity. You meets it, beats it, I believe.
Yeah, it's 12.
What did I say its attack was? D6 plus 2.
I don't want to fuck off entirely, because then every turn I'll be like,
Oof.
I am still hiding.
That is 7 points from the skeleton.
Oh, no, thank you.
And then the mushroom. 5. Does not hit.
5. It was 7 from the skeleton?
Yes.
You still went up, just only by 4.
Yes.
Yeah, now I'm back to 8. Cool. Because as well, I have that. So I'm assuming that picture is that just grass or is that shrubland?
The sort of darker patches are bushes, but otherwise it's just grass.
Okay, because I have something called Mask of the Wild. You can try to hide when lightly obscured by foliage, heavy rain, falling mist, snow, and other natural phenomena. Would that apply here?
To a bush? Yes, absolutely so.
I think
Okay.
hiding action, but
Yeah, so like you can get to the bush, but then you can
Okay.
take the hide action in your next
I'd like
turn.
to keep it as an option. But at some point I may like just full hide in a bush.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair enough,
Gil did
really.
that the last time. All right, cool. Back at the top, Audacity.
okay, I'm going to go step like one down and left to flank this skeleton, and again just coming in with I think just a full-on punch with the hilt this time, just really getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Not plus 54, plus 5.
Yeah, 21 will do it.
Oof.
Oh, max damage.
Ooh, lovely.
We love to see it. We don't love to feel it.
Okie doke, you have pulverized that skeleton. Skeleton number 3, yes, that one. Dead. No, it's not very thick. Dead.
Did I take out the other skeleton? I thought I did. Oh,
You
never
did
mind.
it, it's crossed out very thin.
Ah.
Yeah, oh, there.
And then at that point, bonus action disengage and step down so that I'm just another 2 down and left, so I'm kind of
There.
one more across.
Cool.
I just kind of flourish the sword a little bit.
Alright. Wonderful. Skelly one is dead. Gil.
Alrighty, Gil is gonna fuck off. Gil is going to find that top right-hand bush and make a real nice comfy little hole in it.
Alright, cool. Roll your hiding. Roll your stealth.
That's the wrong channel. No, D20, not D30.
The numbers we
Stealth.
wish we got to use.
Yep, that would be a 21. Dirty 21.
Nice. Alright, you are hided. Splendid. Doing anything else while you are hided? Can you do
Fuck
anything?
no.
Okay, cool.
Stay and hide it.
Staying hided. Okay, skeleton number 2, the only remaining skeleton. You are going to go... Oh, you're still tied up.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll him another dex thingamabob. Yep, you're still fine. He hobbles forward that much. Alright, whose turn is it now? Omen! Omen's turn! Omen, my buddy, my dude, you are going to use something helpful. Healing word on Hortense, which is 1d4 plus spellcasting modifier. That is 7 points back on Hortense.
Yay!
Negated.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Okay, and that's all he's going to do for his turn. Skeleton 3 is dead. Julian.
Okay. I am going to use my movement to go behind the flames. North of them, so just above. Yep. I will use my bardic inspiration at this point, as long as I
Okay.
still have it. It lasts more than a turn, right?
I think it lasts until you use it. Let me double check. Within the next 10 minutes. Yes. You've still got it. And you can only add it to a d20 roll.
No worries. Oh, actually, no, I can't use it for this then. But anyway, I cast Lightning Lure. And they have to roll a d20.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No worries.
Alas. You doing anything else?
You know what? Yeah, I'm going to use an action surge and do that again.
Alright, sounds good. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh my goodness.
It's another nat 20.
What the?
Dice Passer
Terrible.
says no.
Vetoed.
Okay. I use my bonus action to dash and move back to Hortense.
Okay. Okay.
I would like to use a bonus action to cry.
Is crying a free action?
Crying is a free action.
It's a free action.
Oh. Wow, that's unfortunate. Oh dear. Okay, it's turn. Let's see. Let me just roll a. All right, cool. So the mushroom is gonna come up here and it's gonna attack you, Julian, because it did not appreciate you throwing lightning in its direction. Jooby jooby joo. +2. 15? Does that hit your armor class?
Yeah, I'm just checking, sorry. What's the armor class of chainmail again? It's not actually coming up on my current armor class because it's definitely higher than 11.
Chainmail, I think, is. Let me just. So chainmail is AC 16.
Yeah, okay, so that does not hit.
Okay, splendid. I like that. That means I don't have to do anything. Hortense, it's now your turn.
Okay, well... Can I roll a history check? Or like an arcana check to see if I know anything about this mushroom?
Sure.
And if it has any particular weaknesses?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to roll a... What am I better at? History... With a +3 to arcana, is that okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep, go for it.
Cool. I know fuck all about this mushroom.
Yeah, it's
What a goddamn thing. It's a mushroom.
first mushroom you've ever seen with legs. Or a face.
I thought for a second you were going to say it's the first mushroom I've ever seen.
No, that would have been a nat 1.
I've literally never seen a mushroom before.
Yeah.
That would be remarkable. Okay.
Okay, no, you don't really know anything
That
about
sounds
this
like
mushroom.
something Kiel would say.
It doesn't look like it is safe for consumption. I think you can figure that much out.
Okay, cool. I kind of just want to cast Thunder Wave again. Because I can have, what, 3 first level spells?
Mm-hmm.
So this would be my 3rd one. It does mean that Julian is in the danger zone. Are you okay with that, Julian?
Well, I mean, you could move in between the 2 remaining enemies and then cast it instead.
Oh yeah, can I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you don't leave their range, you don't get the attack of opportunity.
Yeah, so this
Okay.
is all still within 5 feet of the mushroom.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So
So they
gotta-
have to do saves, yes?
Yep.
Mushroom. 18. Skellington. 7.
okay, so the mushroom passes, but the skeleton fails.
Correct.
Okay, but the mushroom still takes damage.
Yeah, it takes half.
It's just 2d8.
And this guy gets
Plus-
knocked backwards.
2d8 plus 5. Cool. Cool.
You gotta put the exclamation mark in there.
Oh my god. Ah. I'm smarter than this, I swear.
It's all good. We'll be wrapping up after this combat anyway, so it's late.
Okay. 2. Did I do
Nice.
that right? It feels unlikely.
I don't think you get the +5.
No.
So that's 12.
Yeah.
It's still pretty good rolling. One of those dice is max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 6 and 12.
12 there. 6 there. Ooh. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, where's the mechanics for that thing? Okay, cool. Beauty. I'll put you on this layer. Alright, so you cast your Thunder Wave. The skeleton gets knocked 10 feet away from you and doesn't look particularly pleased with this turn of events. The mushroom thing, it stands its ground, but you can see the thunder ripping through it, and it kind of rips apart into big chunks, and it releases a cloud of gross looking kind of brownish green mist.
I would like to hold
Ew.
my breath.
Actually, I will put that on another layer so we can still see you underneath.
What am I rolling?
Kind of looks like a fart cloud.
Yeah, it kind of smells like a fart cloud too. Nobody takes any damage until the start of their turn.
Okay.
Or actually, hang on. No, it happens now and then at turns, if you're still there. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. Okay, both of you take 5 acid damage as this.
Do I get a save for this?
Nope.
Okay.
This just cloud of gross. It is now dead though.
Mm-hmm.
So I will cross him out.
Hortense's hit points have been up and down this whole session.
It's let me see. Audacity's turn.
So I'm going to step so that I'm diagonal right down from Hortense. If I grab her arm, can I pull her with me as I step?
You'll
will
have
that,
to roll a strength, but yes.
Will that take an action or just a...
I'd say that would take an action, yeah.
How shitty is Hortense looking right now?
I've got 10 hit points at the moment.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, okay, looking at you there, I'm just gonna take a
We
moment.
lost Lee. Lee died. Oh no.
Look at you and then just like turn to the skeleton and charge that instead.
Lee, you
Sorry.
live.
I had to disconnect because I had a endlessly loading Discord and could not see the thing.
Oh, suckage. All right. Sorry, Audacity. What are you doing?
Decided to not pull Hortense out because she's not looking quite as bad as I thought she might. But get closer, have a quick look at her, go. You'll probably be fine.
Yep. Okay.
And then turn to the last skeleton and charge that. And this is the first time I'm attacking without advantage this fight.
Yeah. That will hit.
Lovely. And I don't get my lovely sneak attack bonus. Although I would next level.
Eight.
Not bad, not bad. So I just kind of check on Hortense, shrug, charge to this one, just swing the pommel through as I step up to it.
Cool. It is still standing up, but it does not look well. I mean, as insofar as a skeleton cannot look well. Skelly number 1 is dead. Gil.
It doesn't look like it has good structural integrity.
It does not have good structural integrity, that's correct. Gil, are you still hiding?
Yes, Gil would like to use their free action to perhaps cry a little bit, but otherwise will remain hiding.
Alright, no worries. Now, Skelly Bones number 2 is our remaining Skelly Bones. So it is going to attack Audacity because she's there. That is a dirty 20. That will hit you. D6 plus 2. 8. 8 points of stab.
Oh, that's a significant number. Where does it stab me?
In your front.
Okay.
Like,
You get to use your chart, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's max damage. Yeah, this is sort of stomach region. Alright, it's now Omen's turn. Omen, I think, is going to attempt...
I'll note that Audacity is looking really fucked up right now.
Oh, okay. In
You
that
realize
case...
that was more than half my HP, that attack.
Oh. I forget we're only level, like, what, 2? Okay, well, in that case, Omen is going to use his turn to cast Healing Word on Audacity because, that stab looked bad. D4 plus... Have 9 health! Bing!
Hey, at least you get to use a D8 these days instead of a D6. I said at least you get to use a D8 these days for your hit points instead of D6.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Omen's turn. He has healed Audacity for 9 points. Julian, it is now your turn.
Alright, I'm going to use my movement and my bonus dash action to give myself advantage on the other side of that skeleton. I have added it up, and it should be enough.
Okay,
I've got...
so you want to be opposite Audacity?
Yeah.
Here. Peeking out the corner of the map. Yep. Cool.
Just for D20s, I get to use my Bardic Inspiration, right?
Correct.
I am making sure that this is going to connect, so I'm also going to use that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But to roll advantage automatically, you do 2d20k1 as the dice code.
I just rolled twice.
2d20k1.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, cool. So
And then you add your various things. So 16 plus whatever it is. Which I'm pretty sure hits.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
a 16 will hit.
And that's a fairly solid roll.
Jeez Louise. Okie doke. Yeah, that was vastly unnecessary. You sort of swing your glaive in, and it goes shrink straight through the cartilage in between like in the middle of the rib cage, and then shunk, and the whole thing just shatters into pieces as you go way overboard on killing that thing. That is all of the opponents dead. You win.
As soon as
Yay!
Finally!
Julian kind of sighs to himself and puffs up some of his hair a bit and just says, "And this is why I'm not a wizard."
the last one drops, Audacity drops to her knees, clutching her stomach and just swearing a lot in Infernal.
Omen is
I
going to
understand
come
Infernal.
over.
What are
and-
you saying?
Omen is going to come over and you can kind of feel it's a bit odd because you know that he does the ghost hand things, but you can feel a hand on your back just sort of giving you a gentle pat. It doesn't quite feel like it's there because it's ghost arms, but he is attempting to be comforting. He's trying, Your Honor.
Oh. Gotta say, I'm not a fan of being stabbed quite that hard.
That was the second time we have been accosted on the roads. Would do well if we had more caution.
It's, I mean, I don't know if there's much we can do to... Ow.
For now, perhaps we should try to rest and have two of us on guard.
That's sounding like an idea. I'm, not volunteering.
I will.
Yeah,
Hortense is already asleep.
yeah, I'll stand guard alongside Omen. That's all right.
All right. Cool. Okay, so we got Omen and Julian who is going to stand guard for the rest of the evening, and everybody else gets to have a nap. And I guess we'll leave it there for the day, and we will carry on next time. Well, that was fun. That was fun. You guys did very well.
Fun. I got to do some character lore drop and everything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the first time of making an update to my scars chart. I don't remember if people remember, but I have the plan of any damage over half HP or
critical
that gets down to 0 is I'm just going to be what I just picked up a scar from that,
which is fair.
Back what I miss.
We won.
I got up to that. I was sort of the I got to assigning the watches
That's
for the rest
basically
of the night.
That's
Okay,
basically
cool.
it. And I think we'll leave it there, and we'll come back in 2 weeks to make it the rest of the way to Lauran.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Bye-bye.